dear students, myself Gangadhar Solanke, and I welcome you all to the MCGM's virtual classroom. My dear students, today in Standard 8's History, we will be learning the topic Fulfillment of Struggle for Independence. Our last chapter was India Gains Independence, and in that chapter, we people learnt about the Wavell Plan, Cabinet Mission, Direct Action Day, then establishment of interim government, Mountbatten Plan, Indian Independence Act, and finally how India gains independence and the history. We are learning about the struggle for independence or the history of modern India, and now movements were continuously started after the independence also for different regions, and about that now in today's topic we are going to talk or we are going to learn. So, the first thing, fulfillment of struggle for independence. Now, in the midnight of 14th August 1947, a meeting of the Constituent Assembly was going on in the Hall of Parliament House in Delhi, and as per the Indian Independence Act, India was granted independence on 15th August 1947. But after that also, something was there because of which our freedom was not fulfilled, and the things or the measures taken to fulfill the struggle for independence, about that today we are going to learn in this topic. India became independent, but the struggle for independence was not yet over, which means that there were many princely states in India, and these princely states had the right to either remain independent or merge with India. Now, this was the thing did by the British government, जो एक twist उन्होंने रखा था ताकि इंडिया में फिर से आज़ादी का उतना माहौल ना रहे, उतनी मज़ा ना रहे और कुछ ना कुछ गड़बड़ होती रहे, इसलिए उन्हें ये राइट दिया गया था कि एक तो वो इनकी चॉइस है कि वो अपना खुद का इंडिपेंडेंट प्रिंसली स्टेट बनकर रह सकते हैं या फिर इंडिया में मर्ज हो सकते हैं. देयरफॉर द कांग्रेस dream of undivided India remained incomplete, and due to independent princely states, India was going to be fragmented into many parts. अलग अलग अगर प्रिंसली स्टेट्स रहेंगी तो एक पूरा यूनाइटेड इंडिया हम नहीं कह सकते थे जिसको आज़ादी मिली. ऑन द स्क्रीन यू कैन सी द मैप, ब्रिटिश प्रोविंसेस एंड प्रिंसली स्टेट्स. सो दिस कलर हियर शोज द प्रिंसली स्टेट्स. तो इतनी सारी प्रिंसली स्टेट्स थी और उन्होंने अगर डिसाइड किया होता कि हमें अलग रहना है, हमारा खुद इंडिपेंडेंट रहना है, तो एक पूरा आज़ाद भारत नहीं बन सकता था. सो ड्यू टू independent princely states, India was going to be fragmented into many parts, and the Portuguese and French powers had not withdrawn their control over some parts of India, but the country solved these problems very firmly, and in this chapter we will deal with the information on it. मतलब ब्रिटिश तो चले गए बट पोर्तुगीज़ और फ्रेंच अभी तक हमारे देश में थे, कुछ पार्ट हमारे कंट्री का उनके अंडर में था, उनके डोमिनियन में था. नाउ इन द फुलफिलमेंट ऑफ स्ट्रगल फॉर इंडिपेंडेंस और द इंटीग्रेशन ऑफ प्रिंसली स्टेट्स इन इंडिया, व्हेन वी टॉक अबाउट दिस पॉइंट देन it is very important to take the name of Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, because he played very important role in the integration of princely states in India. There were more than 600, just think about the number, 600 small and big princely states in India. How many? 600. और ज़रा सोचो ये 600 लोगों ने, इन यहाँ के राजाओं ने अगर सोचा होता कि हमें अलग से रहना है, हमें इंडिया में नहीं पार्टिसिपेट होना है या फिर ज्वाइन नहीं होना है, तो अलग ये 600 देश बन जाते. सो देयर वर मोर देन 600 स्मॉल एंड बिग प्रिंसली स्टेट्स इन इंडिया, एंड ड्यू टू द इन्फ्लुएंस ऑफ नॉन कोऑपरेशन मूवमेंट देयर वर बिगिनिंग ऑफ पॉलिटिकल अवेकनिंग अमॉन्ग द प्रिंसली स्टेट्स. नाउ ड्यू टू द beginning of awakening, Prajamandals came to be formed in the princely states. Prajamandal means people's organization that worked for the interest of the people in the princely states and for securing political rights for them. So in 1927, such Prajamandals came together and formed an All India States People's Conference. Why? To put forward their demands or to think about the participation in the Indian democracy or to join the Indian democracy or to be in the princely state. तो अलग अलग प्रजामंडल अलग अलग princely state में बने और फिर इन सारे प्रजामंडल ने मिलके ऑल इंडिया स्टेट्स पीपल्स कॉन्फ्रेंस बनाया. Due to it, the movement in princely states got an impetus, and after the independence of India, the then Home Minister Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel very diplomatically, now here the word diplomatically is very important. एक बात हमें यहाँ पर ध्यान में रखनी है कि आज़ादी तो हमें मिल गई थी, अब कोई बाहर से आया हुआ गवर्नमेंट जैसे ब्रिटिश लोग थे वो नहीं थे कि कुछ युद्ध होगा दोनों में, क्योंकि जान जाने वाले अपने ही लोग होते फिर और लेने वाले भी अपने ही लोग थे. तो डिप्लोमेसी ये जो वर्ड है यहाँ पर विच इज़ वेरी इम्पॉर्टेंट. सरदार वल्लभ भाई पटेल ने डिप्लोमेटिकली फाउंड आउट द वे ऑफ मर्जिंग द प्रिंसली स्टेट्स इन इंडिया. He took the rulers of the princely states into confidence. Like diplomacy, this word again very important. उन सारे लोगों को confidence मिल लिया and prepared. What he prepared? An instrument of accession acceptable to all. ऐसा एक instrument of accession बनाया कि जो सबको acceptable हो, सब उस पर राजी हो और स्वतंत्र भारत में join हो, स्वतंत्र भारत में अपने प्रिंसली स्टेट को बनाए रखें विदाउट देयर ओन रूल. सो सरदार पटेल कन्विंस्ड प्रिंसली रूलर्स टू द बेनिफिट ऑफ मर्जिंग इनटू इंडिया, एंड बिकॉज ऑफ दैट all the princely states merged into India. The rulers gave good response to his appeal, except the state of Junagad, Hyderabad and Kashmir. Now out of 600, just think again, 600 princely states से उनमें से ये तीन Junagad, Hyderabad and Kashmir, Sardar Patel took a firm stand and solved the issue of merger of princely states. Now the merging of Junagad. Junagad was a princely state in Saurashtra. The people, they wanted to be merged with India. वहाँ के लोग चाहते थे कि इंडिया के साथ मर्ज हो, but the Nawab of Junagad was thinking of joining Pakistan. क्योंकि उनके पास वो भी एक रास्ता था, एक तो वो इंडिया में मर्ज हो सकते थे या फिर पाकिस्तान के साथ मर्ज हो सकते थे या फिर खुद अपना एक राष्ट्र बनाकर प्रिंसली स्टेट बनकर रह सकते थे. सो द पीपल वांटेड टू बी मर्ज्ड विद इंडिया, बट द नवाब ऑफ जूनागढ़ वाज थिंकिंग ऑफ जॉइनिंग Pakistan. The people strongly opposed his decision and the Nawab left for Pakistan. Later in February 1948, Junagad got merged into India. Here you can see the map. Junagad princely state which was in Saurashtra. तो इसे पाकिस्तान जो था वो नज़दीक होने की वजह से नवाब को ऐसे लगता था कि पाकिस्तान के साथ मर्ज हो, लेकिन वहाँ के लोगों को लगता था कि इंडिया के साथ मर्ज होना है. तो फाइनली लोगों की प्रेशर की वजह से या फिर बिकॉज ऑफ द डिप्लोमेसी ऑफ द सरदार वल्लभ भाई पटेल, नवाब को ही अपना प्रिंसली स्टेट छोड़ के जाना पड़ा. एंड फाइनली इन February 1948, Junagad got merged into India. Then the next one, very important, Hyderabad Mukti Sangram. Hyderabad was the largest princely state in India. जितने भी 600 थे, among that, Hyderabad was the largest princely state in India. It included Telugu, Kannada and Marathi speaking regions. There was absence of civil and political rights. लोगों को सिविल और पॉलिटिकल राइट्स नहीं दिए गए थे. There was autocratic rule of the Nizam over these provinces. There was absence of civil and political rights, and to secure these rights, the people formed organizations such as Andhra Pradesh in the Telangana region, Maharashtra Parishad in Marathwada region, Karnataka Parishad in the Karnataka region. By this we can understand ये सारे तेलुगु कन्नड़ मराठी स्पीकिंग पीपल और ये जो रीजन थे, ये जो एरिया था, ये सारे हैदराबाद प्रोविंस के अंदर आते थे, प्रिंसली स्टेट के अंदर आते थे. सो इन 1938 स्वामी रामानंद तीर्थ formed the Hyderabad State Congress. Now just try to understand this thing. 15 अगस्त 1947 को on 15th August 1947 हमें आज़ादी मिल गई, इंडिपेंडेंस मिल गया. बट अभी भी बहुत सारे प्रिंसली स्टेट्स ऐसे थे जो तो ना ही इंडिया में थे ना ही पाकिस्तान में थे. वो अपना खुद का प्रिंसली स्टेट बना के रह रहे थे और उसकी वजह से ये सारे जो एरियाज़ है, रीजन्स है, वो भी आज़ाद नहीं कहलाते थे. इन 1938 स्वामी रामानंद तीर्थ formed the Hyderabad State Congress. A struggle began for getting recognition to Hyderabad State Congress and democratic rights. So this struggle was led by militant fighter Swami Ramanand Tirth, and he was assisted by Narayan Reddy and Sirazul Hassan Timrezi. P.V. Narsiha Rao and Govind Bhai Shraf were the faithful followers of Swamiji. So we can say that Swami Ramanand Tirth started movement for the freedom of the Hyderabad princely state. In July 1947, Hyderabad State Congress passed a resolution for merger of Hyderabad State into India, but it was passed by Hyderabad State Congress. वहाँ के किसी नवाब ने ये नहीं किया था. So the Nizam, however, took an anti-India stand. He started making movements for merging of Hyderabad state with Pakistan. To reject the demand of people of Hyderabad to be merged with India, Qasim Rizvi, an associate of Nizam, formed an organization known as Razakar. So again here one thing which is very important to understand, जैसे इन प्रिंसली स्टेट में लोगों के द्वारा कुछ ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस बनाए जाते थे, ग्रुप्स बनाए जाते थे कि हमें इंडिया में मर्ज होना है, वैसे ही इन नवाबों के द्वारा या निज़ामों के द्वारा भी कुछ ग्रुप्स बनाए जाते थे जो चाहते थे कि हमें इंडिया के साथ मर्ज नहीं होना है. एंड इन दैट द रज़ाकार इज़ वन formed by Qasim Rizvi. Qasim Rizvi and his associates not only oppressed the Hindus but also the Muslims who supported the democratic movement, and due to it there was inflammation of public opinion. The government of India tried to negotiate patiently with the Nizam, but he refused to respond. So the thing which I told you earlier, ये दोनों ही अपने ही यहाँ के थे, जैसे निज़ाम है या फिर इंडियन गवर्नमेंट, तो जो बातें होती थी वो बहुत ही पेशेंटली होती थी, एक दूसरे को समझ के होती थी. देन ऑल्सो निज़ाम रिफ्यूज्ड टू रिस्पॉन्ड. सो एट लास्ट द इंडियन गवर्नमेंट स्टार्टेड द पुलिस एक्शन अगेंस्ट द निज़ाम ऑन 13 September 1948 and it was symbolically named as Operation Polo. Finally, the Nizam surrendered on 17th September 1948 and the state of Hyderabad was merged within India. The struggle of people in the princely state became successful. There was significant contribution of Arya Samaj in this movement. So this is how Hyderabad princely state merged in the independent India, or the people in the Hyderabad princely state got independence. Next point, contribution of Marathwada in the struggle for liberation of Hyderabad. In this struggle, Swami Ramanand Tirth Govind Bhai Shraf, Anant Bhalerao, Ashatai Wagmare, all these people made a valuable contribution through the movement of Vande Mataram. The movement of Vande Mataram. Students participated in the struggle for liberation of Hyderabad. Now the same thing again. जैसे इंडिया की आज़ादी के लिए बहुत सारे स्कूलों के बच्चे भी अपनी अपनी तरफ से मूवमेंट में भाग ले रहे थे, हिस्सा ले रहे थे. द सेम थिंग हैपेंड हियर ऑल्सो. थ्रू द मूवमेंट ऑफ वंदे मातरम, स्टूडेंट्स पार्टिसिपेटेड इन द स्ट्रगल फॉर लिबरेशन ऑफ हैदराबाद. एंड सिमिलरली इन दिस स्ट्रगल वेद प्रकाश, श्यामलाल, गोविंद पानसरे, बहिरजी सिंधे, श्रीधर वर्तक, जनार्दन मामा, शोएबुल्ला खान, etc. as embraced martyrdom, and their sacrifice proved to be inspirational to the Indians. Thus we can understand that the leaders and the people in the Marathwada had a lion's share in the struggle for liberation of Hyderabad. So on 17th September, which is declared or celebrated as Marathwada Mukti Din in Marathwada to commemorate the struggle for liberation of Hyderabad. Marathwada was not included in Free India on 15th August 1947. Again think about this. 15 अगस्त 1947 को मराठवाड़ा जो है वो आज़ाद भारत में शामिल नहीं था. After the inspiring struggle of the people, this region was included in independent India in 1948. तो हम कह सकते हैं कि इस एरिया की जो आज़ादी है वो 1948 में हुई. In short or in general we can say. Now the next point, problem of Kashmir. Hari Singh, the ruler of state of Kashmir, had decided to remain independent, like the Nawab of the Junagad और द निज़ाम ऑफ द हैदराबाद. जैसे उन्होंने भी कुछ अलग अलग कंडीशंस रखी थी, वैसे ही जो हरी सिंह था, ruler of the state of Kashmir, had decided to remain independent. Pakistan had intended to secure the merger of Kashmir with Pakistan, and due to this Pakistan started putting pressure on हरी सिंह. हरी सिंह को सेपरेट रहना था, ना तो इंडिया के साथ मर्ज होना था, ना पाकिस्तान के साथ मर्ज होना था. बट Pakistan started creating pressure on the Hari Singh to join or to merge with Pakistan. So at the instigation of Pakistan, armed intruders attacked Kashmir in October 1947, and at the time Hari Singh signed the instrument of accession with India. In this manner, after merging into India, Indian army was sent for the defense of Kashmir. The army won back a major portion of Kashmir from the possession of intruders, but some part of it remained in the possession of Pakistan. Next point, merger of French colonies. Even after the independence of India, the regions of Chandranagar, Puducherry, Karaikal, Mahe and Yanam were in the possession of the French. ब्रिटिश चले गए 15 अगस्त 1947 को, बट ये अलग अलग जगहों पे ये जो लोग थे वो वहीं थे, लाइक द प्लेसेस विच आर मेंशन्ड ऑन द स्क्रीन. हियर यू कैन सी Pondicherry, Karaikal, Mahe and this one Yanam were in the possession of the French. The Indian natives there were eager to get merged with India. The Indian government demanded that these territories, being a part of India, should be handed over to it. But in 1949, France held a plebiscite in Chandranagar and the people voted for India, which means a direct vote which say yes or no. तो लोगों ने obviously yes कहा इंडिया के साथ जाने के लिए. So the Chandranagar was handed over to India, and thereafter France handed over the rest of the territories to the government of India. On the screen you can see French rule ends in Mahe. Then the next point, struggle for liberation of Goa. Portugal denied to hand over the territories under its possession to India. Indians had to struggle for securing these territories, and in this struggle, Dr. T.B. Kuna. Dr. T.B. Kuna was in the forefront. He worked to bring about an awakening of the people against the Portuguese government. And with the objective of building struggle against the Portuguese, he established the Goa Congress Committee. Goa Congress Committee in 1945. Dr. Kuna founded the organization Goa Youth League. Why? To aware the people, or to motivate the people, or to inspire the people to jump into the movement for the struggle for liberation of Goa. He went to Goa and violated the ban on public speech, and for this he was sentenced to 8 years imprisonment. In 1946, Dr. Ram Manohar Lohia started a satyagraha for liberation of Goa. So, violating the ban, he delivered a public speech at Madgaon in Goa, and for this Portuguese government deported him. So, one thing which is very important to understand here, and I am repeating it again and again, सिर्फ 15 अगस्त 1947 को भारत आज़ाद हुआ और हमारी आज़ादी की लड़ाई ख़त्म हुई, ऐसा नहीं है. In the different parts of the country or in the different regions of the country, it was continued. During the same period, the Azad Gomantak Dal was founded to liberate Portuguese colonies of Dadra and Nagar Haveli in Gujarat. So, we talked about the Marathwada, we talked about the different parts which were under the French rule or the French dominion. Then we are talking about the Goa and now about the Dadra and Nagar Haveli in Gujarat. On 2nd August 1954, youths of Azad Gomantak Dal, by making an armed attack, liberated the territories of Dadra and Nagar Haveli from Portuguese rule. So, in this, Vishwanath Lavande, Raja Bhawakankar, Sudhir Phadke, Nana Saheb Kazrekar and others took part in this attack. Then in 1954, Goa Mukti Samiti was formed. The Samiti sent many batches of satyagrahis from Maharashtra to Goa. In this, N.G. Gore, Senapati Bapat, Peter Albers, Mahadev Shastri Joshi and his wife Sudhatai and many others participated in the satyagraha. Mohan Ranade was an aggressive leader in this struggle for liberation of Goa. The Portuguese rulers committed unlimited tyranny and atrocities on the satyagrahis. Due to this, the public opinion became more infuriated. Now, the same thing here, two sides of a coin, these things are. अगर ज़्यादा डराएंगे, धमकाएंगे या फिर ज़्यादा कुछ अपोज किया जाता है तो ज़्यादा लोग जंप करते हैं और उस मूवमेंट में. एंड द सेम थिंग्स वर हैपेंड इन द फ्रीडम स्ट्रगल ऑफ इंडिया एंड देन इन द फ्रीडम स्ट्रगल ऑफ द डिफरेंट पार्ट्स ऑफ द country, or we can say in the merging of the different parts of the region of the country. जैसे जैसे यहाँ के लोगों को भी the Portuguese rulers committed unlimited tyranny and atrocities on the satyagrahis, and because of this the public opinion became more infuriated. Next point, the struggle for liberation of Goa took up a fierce form because people then jumped into the movement, and the Indian government was patiently holding negotiations with the Portuguese government, but they did not respond like the Hyderabad Mukti Sangram. The Nizam of the Hyderabad also refused to help or to refuse to merge into India. So, here also Portuguese government did not respond. And at the end, the Indian government unwillingly, इच्छा ना होने के बावजूद, took the decision of using military force. So, in December 1961, the Indian army entered Goa in a short period of time, the Portuguese army surrendered, and on 19 December 1961, Goa was liberated from Portuguese dominion. So think about this. 15 अगस्त 1947 को हम आज़ाद हुए, बट ये जो पोर्तुगीज़ डोमिनियन था वो 19 दिसंबर 1961 तक गोवा में था. So imperialism was completely rooted out from the Indian soil, and India's freedom struggle was truly fulfilled, and that is why the name of our lesson is fulfillment of struggle for independence. So in this topic, we people today learnt about the integration of princely states in India, and in that the role of Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, then the merging of Junagad, Hyderabad Mukti Sangram, then the contribution of Marathwada in the struggle for liberation of Hyderabad, then the problem of Kashmir, merger of French colonies, struggle for liberation of Goa, and in the next chapter we will learn about the formation of state of Maharashtra. As we people are living in Maharashtra in detail, we will learn about the formation of state of Maharashtra. Please subscribe the channel and press bell icon to get notifications. So my dear students, this is all for today. Thank you very much. Stay home, stay safe, take care.